I wonder how Jing Yu is doing now, if she can't sleep either. He muttered softly, sighed, and was about to turn back into the room when suddenly his chest loosened and something rolled out of his close-fitting clothes and fell to the ground. Zhang Xiaofan was startled, stooped to pick it up, but it was the deep purple, dull and lightless bead with a fine hole in the middle, which looked like the one Puzi strung on the jade rosary that day. In the turmoil of these days, he had long forgotten about this thing and only now remembered that Puzi had instructed him to throw away this bead. Thinking of this, his heart suddenly felt bitter. His parents left him nothing, and although his connection with Puzi was shallow, they spent one night together, and he was as close to him as to a family member. And this ugly bead was the only thing Puzi left him. Zhang Xiaofan raised his hand, held the bead up in the air, facing the moonlight, against the clear light of the moon, only to see the color of the bead lighten a bit, turning into a light purple, translucent state, faintly seeing a faint blue chest whirling incessantly inside, seemingly spiritual, wanting to break out of its shell. But every time it approached the surface of the bead, a small swastika character would light up, pushing it back. Zhang Xiaofan looked at it for a long time, feeling a hint of fondness in his heart. Thinking of this as the only keepsake left by Puzi, he couldn't bear to throw it away. After a while, he took off a red rope from his neck, which was given to him by his parents to bless him with longevity and safety. Most families would hang gold plaques and silver locks, but his family was poor, so they could only use a red rope instead. He used the red rope to string up the bead and tied it around his chest, feeling a bit cold, but also a hint of warmth. He smiled to himself, looked up at the bright moon in the sky, turned back into the room, and went to sleep. This was how Zhang Xiaofan's first day at Qingyun Sect ended.